Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children. 12 of those children are still here at home. For those of you who have been around here a while, you're probably sick of me saying that. So anyway, we have had a long and crazy week. So in our area, 2 weeks ago on Monday, the power went out for 24 hours. We had this freak storm. It was like raining and uprooted trees and we lost power. So again, the following Monday, the same exact thing happened, although we lost power for longer than that. And even now, we let over a day. And even now it's really weird because like my internet works. My husband's working like overtime to get the wires off of everything. Oh, the damage is just incredible. These trees that are like literally like 24 inches around, the ground is so wet they're just coming up by the root balls and over. So lots of damage around here. My husband, who is he works with the internet company. He's been running lots of lines and that type of stuff. So today we are going to be, I'm going to show you what I got for my kids, or made or whatever for my kids for Christmas. I do have another video that I did for my stockings, and I am trying to get these uploaded. The internet service has been very, very slow. The internet's coming in and out. Electricity is still flickering off and on. So I have a video that I started to upload on Tuesday, today, and on my phone, and today is Thursday afternoon and it's at 86%. That's how things are going around here. My husband has had problems with like any GPS systems that he's trying to use in the area and that type of stuff. So these videos over the next week or so might come out really odd because of the situation. I'm doing this now on my camera instead of my phone because that other one's uploading, and I have another one to upload that's stocking stuffers, everything that I bought for my kids' stockings. That's the next one that I'm going to be uploading from my phone. But today I'm on my camera and I am going to work on what's behind me here and what I got for my kids. Like I mentioned before, I don't focus on presents for my children. We focus more, both me and my husband, we focus more on like what really matters in life, and you'll see that with like our presents. It's like from our heart, and it's things that they might have been asking for. And then I'll also tell you we got two other things, and those things are bigger things because we'd rather spend more either on experiences or things that the kids would really enjoy to do together, and I'll explain those probably at the end of this video here. So let's see what we got. Alrighty, here is my pile. I am upstairs hiding in my bedroom. So we will start over here, and you guys may be surprised at how little stuff people get compared to the consumerist type society that we live in. I usually buy things that they would really play with, and things in multiples because they like to play the same thing together. The younger 6 really enjoy playing, especially the youngest 5. They really enjoy playing things together. They are 9 and down. So that's kind of where we're at here. All right. So this is for the baby who is 1.5. And some of these she would not care either way if she got. It's just that the older kids were getting them, or some of the older kids were getting them, so I know that she would want to play with them because she's into the pretend play. So we got these doctor kits here. And then, who remembers Mr. Potato Head? We used to have these a while ago for the kids, and then eventually all the pieces got lost, but they were a favorite, and these were on sale. I don't know, maybe like a month ago they were on sale. They were under $5. This was under $5. I was able to get these. We have 2 small dollhouses that I got a couple Christmases ago, and they like the dollhouses, but the people and the critters to the dollhouses are missing or broken or whatever. So I was looking for those types of things, but they're expensive on Amazon. So I was okay with this little doll here. And then this, I don't even know who Gabby's doll houses. I don't really know who this is, but the little person here in the middle I thought was cute. And these, I was actually in Walmart, and these were like $4 on like some slash sale, or maybe it was around Black Friday. I think it was right before Black Friday, and they like marked them for Black Friday already before. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get you good light, but it's not, oh, there we go. Not coming out so great. So I ended up getting these to also go in the dollhouse. And then we got these here. We occasionally watch Paw Patrol. I've seen a couple episodes before. I don't see anything wrong with it. So basically dogs trying to be like firemen and police officers and that type of stuff. So I don't really know what this manta ray is, but we saw one at the aquarium, so I thought they'd like that. And then, so that would be all for my 1.5-year-old there. That would be her individual gifts. And then the next one is going to be for my 3-year-old, and she has the same thing there. And then a Mrs. Potato Head. And then I got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, even though they're all girls, because a lot of times they would play with whatever they're playing with. They like boys and girls because they like to play, oh, I'm the daddy and I'm the mommy. So we got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And then there was this one with the Paw Patrol. And then, again, same thing. That's hers. This is the 3-year-old, so their stuff is pretty much the exact same. I got her a calendar. And then I crocheted this blanket here. So I crocheted this. So this would be like a couch type style blanket. And that would be her blanket to wrap up on the couch with. It is, it's a rainbow. So in between my 5-year-old and my 3-year-old, I actually lost 3 babies, possibly 4. They think that one of my pregnancies was possibly twins because I was measuring very big, but the baby or babies had already passed. And I had a really bad hemorrhage as well in that group of situations. But the Lord is good, and it was just like amazing the way that He worked all that out in just such an odd, interesting way. So she is our rainbow baby. If you guys don't know what a rainbow baby is, it's kind of like the Bible says, that God promises, like the rainbow was a promise, right, to us that He would never flood the earth again. So they say like a rainbow baby is like just a promise, right? So her middle name actually is Promise. So she has the rainbow blanket, even though that's not her color. I just thought it was fun to make. So that one there. I will be making the baby one as well. I just saved that one for last and didn't actually get to it. And we have a bunch of smaller ones that she can just use for now anyway. Again, this is for my 5-year-old. This is for Sweet Pea. She will have a Mrs. Potato Head and this kit. And then her girl looked a little bit different. These girls, actually, I ended up getting those at Dollar Tree. And they are super cute, but I bought them all, and I haven't seen them since because they were perfect. And then she got this one here. And then her blanket and her color is pink, so her blanket is pink. I don't know if it's just my kids, but my kids love to either like wrap up in blankets or make tents in the living room or whatever. So those blankets are for them to do that. Same exact thing for her. Oh, and hers was this here. Same exact thing for my 7-year-old. These Gabby doll things. That little girl, and then her blanket is crocheted. I had actually seen this before, and I never have actually crocheted in that pattern before, but I think it came out really nice. So hers is crocheted like this, and it's all different types of greens, and that's her color. And then my this is my 9-year-old, and it's just her blanket is actually a circle. This is her color is yellow, and this is like her style. Like she likes to be different and funky. So I made this like circular type pattern almost to look like a sun. And that is her blanket. And then she has this paint by number. I actually bought this at a thrift store, as you can tell. I spent that amount of money, but everything is brand new. Like inside it actually is still in the plastic. So that is for her, and that seems like a little bit of stuff, but some of the bigger things you'll find out are actually more towards like that age range, so there won't be any issues there. And then for these two girls, I did quilts. And so this quilt here, her color is purple, so I did all different purples. I used all scraps of fabric and stuff to do that. And then a blanket that I used was a scrap blanket that I was repurposing. And then I got these. These girls have been really into painting lately. So this is a paint by number on canvas, which is really interesting. And it has a little giraffe and a mom and a baby elephant for hers. And then, so she is 11. And then this one is, she likes scenery. I don't know if you can see that well. This is like an ocean. And then this is mountains and a canoe. Actually, this one right here almost reminds me of, we went up to Mount Katahdin, 3 years ago. We went to Mount Katahdin, and that reminds me of Mount Katahdin, one of the places that we were at. Which is the tallest mountain in Maine. This is her quilt that I made her, and her color is, so I have two girls that are pink. So her and Sweet Pea, both are pink. Hers is like hot pink, and then Sweet Pea's is light pink. I let the older girls choose when the other one came along which color they wanted. She preferred light pink, so hers is light pink. And the one who had the rainbow blanket, hers is actually purple, light purple, and then dark purple. So then over here I have, this is for my 17-year-old son, so a calendar. This Bible here. They wanted, right now we have New King James Bibles, and they were interested in getting some ESV Bibles, and I was okay with that, so that is that one. And then I did these yesterday, so I have the two pillowcases, and then in here their color is on the back there, so he's red. And then I'll show you this other one because the two kind of go together. So this one is this. And can you see it has a, I don't know if you can really see it. It has a crown on the front of it, and his brother who died had a Bible like that, and he really liked that Bible, so I thought that I would gift that to him. And then I found this, which was on that, like, I don't know, I wasn't there for Black Friday, but it was before Black Friday, and I think this was like $15, which is super cheap for Lego products. And he will like that. And then his is orange, that's his color. And that on the inside. So the two blankets that are for the boys, let's see. The two blankets that are for the boys, I actually videoed some of it, and I don't know if I'm going to include that for you guys or not. I got kind of emotional while I was making those two blankets, because what I did was, my son who passed away had one blanket that I had made when he was in surgery. He had scoliosis surgery, and he had a rod put in his back, and during that surgery I was actually quilting a blanket, and that's under or in the middle of my 13-year-old's blanket. And then the blanket that my son had right before he died is in my 17-year-old's blanket. So I was trying to give them like a piece of that for them. Okay, so let's look and see what My 3 older girls are all adults here, so this Birds of Prey is actually for him. He is 13, so this is all for my daughters. This is a journaling Bible. She was interested in a journaling Bible. I think all of the girls are journaling Bible. Oh, study Bible. And then journaling Bible. So they each got a calendar and a Bible. They each got a calendar and a Bible. So it looks like my older kids didn't get as much things as my younger kids. Cost-wise, it's probably about equal within the ranges because of the Bibles. They cost a little bit more money, but we don't really go by that. We go by more like what that child wants. We do more individualized gifts, expensive gifts. Like my daughter, she just had a birthday and she turned 21 and she was given like a, I don't know if it's called a laptop. It would be like a laptop, but it like kind of comes apart, so it can also be like a iPad type thing or whatever. So that would be something that would be like a birthday present. So I will show you what else we got, and then I'll tell you the 2 other things. And one of those things is really geared towards older kids and middle kids, and then another one's just the middle kids really. Okay, so other things. Let's go under this bed. All of these I actually got at a thrift store. This is brand new. This, and then this. This is also, everything inside here is brand new, but there's not in the plastic. That one's like in the plastic. Okay, so those are our games for, and I'll just write family on them, and then whoever can open those up and then share with everyone. And then this, it's kind of interesting. I just got this at the thrift store and I didn't know anything about it. So this is like a Paw Patrol like track kit or station, whatever. Has some little like Paw Patrol type people or whatever in there. And so they have those things. This would be a family gift, and I would write family little on that so one of the younger kids could do it. So I will sit, actually I will get a battery. Okay, new battery, and we're raring to go. Okay, I know you guys are going to ask me this question. You're going to be like, why is there a small bed in there but there's a big bed? I know that you guys are going to like pick up on these things. So in our bedroom we have we believe in either co-sleeping or allowing children to be with us as long as they want to be with us. So we have myself, my husband, the baby who's 1.5 years, and then we have in a king bed. And then we have a bed completely abutted against our bed, and it's a hot mess over there. I'd show you. Against our bed, there's a twin bed, so between the wall and our king bed there's no like walking space or whatever. You'd have to scoot to the bottom of the bed. There is a twin bed for my 3-year-olds, and then like a foot difference, you can kind of see that there. That is where Sweet Pea has been sleeping. Beforehand, Sweet Pea slept in the other room, but since type 1, she's just really needed like extra comfort, and I was staying in their room with them, and it just wasn't working out for the long haul, so we decided to do this. And one thing you learn, I think, as a parent of lots of kids and just going with the flow sometimes is the best way to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you these, and these actually are almost like, let's see if I can set you up on the bed, then I could see better. There we go. Okay, so these are actually, I won't open these, which is kind of exciting and kind of not exciting. So what I'll do is these will be wrapped up. I did this last year for the first time, and they are photo books. All of these are photo books with special things that we did throughout the year to help the kids remember, like, this is about like just like what life is about, like what's really important. So we make a bunch of books. You can kind of see how it's going to be like on here. And it goes through, like I have one that would be, let's see, this one is Jamestown and Yorktown. So I have a bunch of pictures that would go in there. The other one, the brown one was, let's see, it was Mommy's Retreat. So that was just basically like dancing pictures. This was like our Cape Cod trip. See, the older girls, this is like the type of stuff that they totally love. So this, like, I make this purposeful and this for them, you know, like they'll love it forever. Ready? This is like a family one. It says Mystic Aquarium. So this is all of our Mystic Aquarium stuff. This one is New York City, Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. So this is Hershey, Gettysburg, Philly, and Williamsburg, which is just so weird because I just kind of put like, there wasn't like enough of each picture to do whatever, and I was just like, I'm going to cram these all in one book. So Hershey was on the way down, Gettysburg was on the way down, Philly was on the way back, and Williamsburg was where we stayed like long term. So this is actually in front of the governor's palace house in Williamsburg. That's the picture on the back there. And then here is our friends, the cows, or the Calperthwaits, herding the little cows for the glory of God. That is who we saw in Hershey. They were making a trip down to Tennessee, and then we kind of met them like on their way down or back. I can't remember. I don't know. If you watch this, Sarah, just write it down in the comments because I totally forget. Not that it really matters, but we met them at some point so that we could meet in Hershey. It was really kind of cool. And we only met for like a couple hours. We did the Hershey like tour, which is totally free. If you're ever in Pennsylvania, it is totally free. So you just go to Hershey World. I mean, they try to get you to buy candy and all that type of stuff, like, because it's in a store and they have some fun things or whatever. But you literally can go and just go to the chocolate tour. And there was like no line for us. We like got right on there and we were like the only ones on the thing. It was fun. And this is Pilgrim's Monument in Southwick Zoo. So we did this over the summer. So our trip over the summer was to the Cape, and then we decided while we were at the Cape, aside from doing beaches and stuff, that we would go to Pilgrim Monument, which is in P-Town. And that's really kind of cool. It's a really tall monument, and that was really fun. And then on our way back, we stopped at the Southwick Zoo. We stayed outside of Boston in Middleborough for 2 nights. And that was totally insane because we were tent camping, and all of a sudden we had like, my phone was going off that we had tornado warnings. It's like, do you want to be like in a tent during a tornado? It's like, what the heck do you do? Like, just take me away, you know? Anyway, we made it. We were good. It was just a crazy, crazy, crazy moment. And then we went to the zoo the next day, and it was super fun. And the kids got to see all these different animals. So what I'll do is I will take these and I will wrap these up individually. And then I will put family on here. And usually, depending on how many I have, it looks like I have 7 here. I would allow, like, I would hand these to older kids and they would get to do these. Or I'd write older on it, or like family, but then like Cheyenne, whoever opens it, I would put that like on there. And, yeah, so that's how we would do it. And then it's fun because then we just get to sit down and like kind of look through these and just reminisce and have a good time. And it's super exciting. It's like, yeah, we did this. Remember when we did this? And then we'll all like tell stories from what we did and what we remember. Okay, so the other 2 things that I can tell you about, but I can't really show you. One is in a box that is not labeled at all. And the other is I just bought today. So kind of an odd, I'll tell you 2 stories here. Kind of weird stories too. So I went and I ordered some pajamas. I usually do Christmas Eve. We usually pass out to extended family, as well as pass out the kids. They draw names for each other and they pass out to each other. So that usually happens Christmas Eve. And usually on Christmas Eve, I would give my kids new pajamas. So I went and I bought these pajamas the day after It was a Black Friday sale. And so I bought these pajamas and they were a really good deal. And I was like, oh yeah, I got a good deal, whatever. I don't know how good of a deal I got because they're not here. So I was trying to decide. I just went through the kids' clothes to give them more clothes. I'm fixing my socks if you're wondering what I'm doing. I just went through their clothes and they really don't need pajamas. I just wanted to get them because they were cute and I don't know. It's just fun, right? So I was trying to decide, like, do I want to, like, re-get them? I mean, potentially, they could come, right? Like, we still have a couple days. It's Thursday. I still have 2 more days that they could potentially come. But did I want to get them more pajamas, or what did I want to do? So I spoke to my husband about it, and I said, you know, for the cost that I could do with pajamas, I could get them a group gift, right? That they could enjoy for, like, a long time to come. And he's like, well, what were you thinking? Okay, so I'll tell you what I was thinking in just a minute. I'll give you one thing that I did get that is not what I'm just talking about is the kids have been into gymnastics. We found that with Sweet Pea, if she's active at night in the evening time, if she's active, she does really well overnight. So we tried to do some form of exercise overnight. And I can really imagine, like, in the spring and summertime, we're probably going to go walking all the time. But especially if she does some sort of activity, like a lot of activity throughout the day, then she just is really good at night. So we've been doing, on days that it's cold, we've been doing kind of like gymnastics in the living room. So showing kids how to do like cartwheels and backflips and that type of stuff. So I ended up getting, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's like a bar and it can hold up to, I think it's 320 pounds. So it's like a bar that you can push yourself up on and then like flip over and do different flips. And yeah, I'm that kind of parent. I'm like the crazy and wild parent in a way. So I'm sorry. I know most people wouldn't buy that for their house, like to put in the middle of their living room, but it folds down. I was thinking it can just go like behind the couch and then we can pull it out and then do things and then put it behind the couch and it'd be super fun. So, and the price was not bad. I think it was like $130. And the weight for it, like an adult could actually use it if they wanted to, or at least in our household. No one here weighs over 200, so like we'd be fine. So the other thing that we were going to get a couple of years ago, we've always had a trampoline. And I know people are like, well, trampolines aren't safe and, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We've had a trampoline for a really long time. And one of our trampolines broke years ago and we liked it enough that we bought another one. And so, let's see, last winter, the year before, not last winter, the year before last, we had a storm and the winds were incredible and the winds picked up the trampoline. This is like, I think it's like a 14 or 16 foot trampoline. Picked it up and flipped it across the main road into our neighbor's yard. So the next morning we went to go get, it was the middle of the night that happened. We went to go get it and it was like literally like, cause it rained and then it froze. It was like frozen into their bushes. So we were like, okay, so they were like, you know, you can just come in and get it like over the spring or whatever. So once it was like the ground was thawing or whatever, we went to go to try to get it. Now we couldn't really see what was on the other side because they had like they had privacy fence like along that side of their house. And so they went to go try to get it and it was gone. Now I don't know, I'm assuming that probably it just got destroyed and they cleaned it from the yard because they're not like, it's not like they would intentionally just like do something bad or whatever. Like I'm assuming that's probably what happened. But anyway, so the kids were so disappointed that they didn't have their trampoline. So disappointed. And at that point we were just like, okay, well, I'm sorry that that happened and whatever, but we weren't in the space that was priority for our finances. So I think that we can always like, there's things that we can say like, oh, we can afford that or we can afford that, but maybe it's not a priority in your finances right at that moment, right? So it wasn't a priority in our finances to do that at that moment. So when we were talking about things, I was adding up how much it would cost. I mean, for us to all get pajamas, that's 14 people. And you're looking at the pajamas that I was looking at for like older people are like $20 a piece. For kids, they were like $12.99. And for the little ones, then it would be like 10. But if you add that up, and it was well over $250. And I've already bought like pajamas, and I spent like under $100 to buy like pajamas. And I'm really hoping that they come. Maybe they won't come. I don't know. Like, I could have they were getting sent from China. So, yeah. Maybe I just got screwed. But maybe I didn't. Maybe they will come. Even if they come late, they're like winter pajamas. I didn't get things that say Merry Christmas on them. I prefer to get something that's like more plain that you'd be able to wear for a longer time. So anyway, I think that they will enjoy that more than if I went and just got them all new pajamas. So that is going to be my gift for there. That is all that I got. And I know that that might be kind of disappointing to some people, but we're not caught up in this consumerist type world. Like, we use things for a very long time, and then usually like after that we'll repair it and then still use it. We don't really prioritize like lots of spending. I would rather, for me and like our house, like the type of people that we are, we would rather, like, if we had money, we would rather like take that money and do something special with our children rather than buying them lots of like toys that are just going to end up like in the trash. I'm not saying that toys are bad. I'm not by any means. I just like to try to make my dollar and make my purchases really thoughtful. Like, I want to make sure that like the things that I'm buying are things that they really will want and that they'll really play with. And, yeah, and then that lots of people can play with. Like, I know that that trampoline will get its money's worth. Like, I really do. And I really think that that bar will get its money's worth. The Bibles, the last time I bought my kids Bibles was 8 years ago? I don't know. If my daughter watches this, maybe she'll correct me in the comments. That's fine. I just don't remember. But I know that I know that a lot of the older kids' Bibles are really in need of needing new Bibles. So I thought about just buying everyone Bibles for Christmas, but some of the younger kids, they don't really need them quite yet. So yeah. But it was fun making all this stuff. I like to put like my heart and soul into things, in case you can't tell. So I was making those and just like praying over my children, you know, as I'm making things and thinking about like the future. And I think Christmas is like that time of year where you think like, you don't know how many more years you're going to have with that child. You don't know like how long they're going to be in your household. You don't know, things can happen, you know. People lose children, people lose family. I guess it makes it more precious. Like before my son passed in February of 2022, that fall, we really had like this burden on our heart that we wanted to, because COVID had happened and we just couldn't, he couldn't go to like the camp he was used to, and we just had this burden on our heart, and we ended up literally, we went into debt and we got a camper and a truck so that we could take that boy camping. So we went camping as a family, and my husband had said, well, why don't we just wait until next summer? And I was like, I know, but like, let's just do what we can, because it was in like September. I was like, let's just do a couple things right here, right now. And that's what we got. We got those two things right here and right now. We never made it to next summer. So I encourage you guys just to, I know people are going to get caught up in the holiday season, but take those moments with your kids just to love them. If they're screaming and yelling and fighting over things, just, you know, life's precious. you don't know what you're going to have, you know. You don't know. I don't know with my children, you know. People getting, you know, kids, adults, everyone get in car accidents or have things go wrong like every day. Just like appreciate every day and appreciate like the blessing of children. So, that said, I hope you all have a blessed Christmas. And let me know down in the comments below if you have like a simple Christmas, if you like just go all out there. When I first started doing Christmas, I did go all out there because I never had Christmas before, right? Like as a kid, like I never had Christmas. So I wanted to give my kids like everything because it was like all this stuff, like they had to have like everything, and it made me feel good to like just watch them open those presents. And I've scaled back like a lot and just realized like what really is important. And it should be fun. It should be really fun. Y'all have a blessed day.